Sports that this DYA Boys and Girls Club brings is it brings girls softball, it brings basketball, it brings soccer, flag football, baseball. That's it. We're doing it all.
DYA is different because so at my school they only do basketball, but in DYA they do soccer, baseball, or basketball, football. It's just really different that they have for more sports.
I always say quality. People are looking for quality. Well, we have quality.
We have 2 major league prospects working with our kids. Now, I know a little bit of baseball, but that guy's current. Big difference.
In addition to all the great sports, we put on great picnics and a lot of entertainment and clinics and educational opportunities.
It's a true boys and girls club. They're not focused on the competitiveness and winning trophies. They're here to support the kids, to teach the kids.
Everything's a lot different here compared to other organizations I've played with, because those were more strictly just to make the kids win. Meanwhile, here it's more of a, we're going to help you. It's not about competition. It's more about just getting yourself better.
To me, score doesn't matter. We could be losing by 17, doesn't matter. I tell that to my kids all the time. I want you to focus on what we worked on. If you're able to get that ground ball, pick it up, throw it to first, whether the guy is safe out, whether the guy drops it or not, you don't get angry. Just accept the fact that it was done. Your job was to grab that ball, throw it to first. That's an accomplishment. Because when we started at the beginning of the season, you weren't able to do that.
It's not so much about winning and losing. It's about learning skills, learning sportsmanship, learning how to be a part of a team.
We encourage sportsmanship. It's very important. I think it's number 2 right after safety.
We don't root for the other team to do poorly. We root for our teammates. And that's part of what I teach is, hey, when you're sitting on the bench and your teammate's at bat, you should be supporting them. If you see your teammate struggling, you got to go over there and give them some support. That's part of team building, learning how to be, take the role of another, or, be a part of something bigger than yourself. And, they don't realize that that's what they're doing, but that is what they're doing.
I've learned a lot of lessons here about sportsmanship and how to treat everybody else, and it's overall helped me become a better person.
These children are learning skills to deal with life by playing a sport.
And it teaches us more about the real world than we would think.
They're really going to need to know how to behave and act in companies and different organizations. So it's important that we kind of contribute to that, as well as their home life and their school life.
When looking for sports activities for my son, I found that the other wasn't so accepting, and inclusive. Where we are inclusive.
It's really a great feeling when you come to a place where you feel like you belong no matter who you are.
They make sure that every kid gets a uniform. They make sure every kid has what they need. And on my team, we maybe had 1 or 2 kids that couldn't afford a uniform. That wasn't an issue. They gave them one, right? Didn't have a glove. And we, as my group, we came together and we put some money together as my team, and we made sure that kid wasn't missing a glove. One of the things I tell my parents, it's okay if you're a single mom, we can maybe find your child a ride that day. And so that way she doesn't have to stress to leave her job a little bit earlier. That's what sets us apart again. What we're doing here in DYA is not, like I said, it's including everybody and not making anyone feel left out.
That's something DYA really focuses on, is the interpersonal aspect of it. These kids learning to be a part of a team, learning to meet kids and get along with that they don't know from school or that they've grown up with their whole life. So, I think that, in my son's own case, I think that's been a major benefit.
We're in an electronic world where many children and people are involved in their devices and video games, and this really helps them socially deal with what they're going to have to face in the world as they grow older.
They play games with the computers. They were talking to their friends in the computer. So they weren't getting out of their homes. And now we expect them to go back to normal. It's not going to happen that way because they were locked up for so long, and to keep them safe, of course. But they weren't meeting those social needs, and they weren't comfortable with each other face to face. Yeah, he's my friend online, but can he be my friend, here? And I saw that start to change even in my own son and in other people's kids too.
It is a place to grow socially. It's a place to grow as an athlete. It's a place to build relationships.
These girls and boys will remember their times with us here at 8 or 10 years old when they're adults. They're going to have parties and weddings and family get-togethers with their softball or baseball or basketball team members.
A lot of these kids don't go to school together. So you have a couple of kids who go to school and then another couple that go to school. And so you get them together. Most of them don't know each other. So a big part of it is like the diversity of the program. The way I've seen these kids who didn't know each other now have all become friends. They go to each other's birthday parties.
It gets your kid out into the community. My son's best friends are from DYA, not from school.
I've probably had more friends here than I've had at school and just in general. And they're relationships that you keep for a long time because you're always playing together in the same age group on the same team.
I enjoy spending time with my teammates.
To me, it's about building those relationships. That's as important as the skills.
My son has made friends through DYA, and my husband and I, some of our very close friends now that we socialize with, are all from DYA. It's great for the whole family, and we all get to meet new people and build friendships and lifelong relationships.
That whole family aspect of it, everybody's very connected. They're accepting of new people. And what's great to see now is DYA is growing, adding different activities. So if you're a family with multiple children, if a child is interested in football and another one softball and another one soccer, you could bring your child to those events all under one umbrella.
Choosing DYA, if most time when people are searching for programs, they look at cost, right? Let's face it, we're facing hard economical times. We've got to keep our lights on, our gas going, our car payments, and our rent paid, right? So, but we want our kids involved. I'm a dad, and I'm looking for the best things that for my kid. So we give you an affordable place for you to play.
From a financial standpoint, it's affordable.
What you pay, what we give, and what you're getting is it's a no-brainer to me, right?
As the children grow and the community grows, we want the programs to grow as well.
There is a good effort being made to try and grow the program and bring more kids in, because it is a very positive environment.
So they not only have they given them new equipment, they're investing in coaching, they're investing in better fields, field maintenance, all the things to make this a more amazing experience. I see the fields that right in front of our clubhouse. It's all changed from when we first started soccer there. This is different. It's all huge investment that's being made.
We have winter clinics coming up for softball and baseball that will be held indoors. We have pitching clinics for softball, and we want to be able to enhance the program by keeping it year round.
Baseball is a game where when the season ends, you put your glove away and you don't pick it up again until next April when the season starts. Your skills have eroded.
Sports has changed in the last decade, where a lot of children are committing to one sport year round. So in order to compete with some of those other organizations, we want to provide the same opportunity where you could practice and participate year round.
I think that really will go a long way towards helping, because you'll see the progress of the kid. It's a slower environment. You're not moving as fast because you're preparing for games every week. So you could really hone in on developing the skills that you need work on.
And we've noticed that it makes a difference in their abilities. But the most important part is it makes a difference in their connectivity. Instead of, once the winter comes around, everybody's indoors. And now, we get the kids out off the couch, in the gym, running, sweating, working with each other, dealing with each other. And I think it's great for their mental and social well-being.
DYA is a volunteer-run organization, and the parents' involvement is super important.
We couldn't put this on without the volunteers.
I'm in my 4th year now being a part of this program, and what I realize is we don't have enough volunteers and we don't have enough coaches. And I know everybody gets busy. It's not just for the kids. It's a rewarding experience for the coach too. When you see the kid in the beginning of the year who can't play, and then by the end of the year, he's developed all these skills, and he's like, Coach, Coach. The kids see me at school. They see me go, Coach Nick, Coach Nick. Some of them haven't played for me in 2 years. Like it's a really rewarding experience.
So having more people involved just enhances the program for the children.
So I would encourage any parent to step up and volunteer.
It shows the children the level of commitment that the parents have, right? And we all look up to our own parents as a first guide. So if we see that they're going to participate, then we'd be more willing to participate as a young adult.
Without parents that are involved, again, we lose it. And if you want this to be an extremely exciting program for your child to be involved in, then you need to participate. It's a lot of time you give. You can give up, 10 hours. You can give up 20 hours. Whatever you're putting in, you see your hard work, and you should be feeling that hard work and proud of it.
We are so appreciative of all the volunteers because they wouldn't be able to have this experience if it weren't for volunteers. And even beyond that, a great relationship with our local politicians and local businesses are so important because those sponsorships also make this happen.
Without sponsors, there is no programs. For me, as a parent, I was very thankful, and this is how I'm going to give back. Thank you is a word, but going out there and doing it with your time and your experience and your dedication, it's more than a thank you. It's a give back.
I played DYA when I was a kid. So it's, for me, watching my son and my family still participate in the same organization, it feels good.
I hope that when I continue to play DYA, I just keep getting better and the progress just continues, and then to further maybe have my kids play or something.
And now we're seeing some of the older kids mentor some of the younger kids, getting them involved in coaching or instructing or, just putting your arm around their shoulder and, being there for them, a real sense of family.
I could really literally be working somewhere else in the field, and I'm not worried about my kid running off somewhere because I know that parent or that mom or that dad is actually looking out for my kid. That, for me as a parent, is the best thing.
The ultimate, objective is to make sure that these young boys and girls have wonderful experiences during their childhood.
Some of the kids who would just look at me and be like, oh, I don't even like baseball, coach. And now they're making their dads work with them every day after school. And, they want to come and play again. And they're taking Saturday baseball clinics and they love baseball and they've just become addicted to it. And that was like my goal. I've just been so proud of the growth I've seen in them as players, but also their enthusiasm for the game that's just grown so much.
All of this is a waste of time if the children aren't having fun.
One of my really core values is to make sure these kids are enjoying themselves, that they're staying engaged, that they're not getting bored out there.
There's no other place to go in Yonkers but here. That is clear in my mind.
Our mission is about the children and to provide that experience.
That's what a rec program is about. It's about helping the kids and keeping them off the street and keeping them away from things that are going to harm them.
We've contributed a lot to helping kids and giving them a space to be safe and play and learn what to do.
That feeling of safety and that we're working together as a community and we take care of each other, that is what, DYA signifies to me, family.